Welcome back to the fifth and final installment of the Dentist 5-page lead funnel. This is video number 5. We've already gone through the meat of this funnel and finishing it off with a simple but effective thank you page, and then any cleanup work I'll go ahead and walk through during this video. As I mentioned, this is focused around dentistry, especially for dental implants, but you don't necessarily have to use it for that. If you're in it, either you want to focus on getting just dentist appointments for cleanings, or if you want to focus on a completely different niche, this is a great funnel as a starter. You can go through, you can customize, you can change some of the wording, you can change the images to fit whatever you need for your business. It's just what I wanted to do with this is to give everybody a walkthrough so you know how to build your own funnel from scratch. That's why we started every page blank and we move through it that way. So you can follow along all 5 videos, or you can go ahead and click the link in the description. There is the full funnel, all 5 pages you can get in that link. We also have several other links to our blog, also to, if you're not a ClickFunnels member, we have a great starter package available down there, and of course our social media. So we'd love it if you guys follow us. If you like these videos and want more of them, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification buttons. That just kind of gives us feedback. We lets us know that this is working out and you all enjoy these types of videos. Also in the comments, if you want another niche, we will be doing some more funnel builds in the future. So if you want some specific niches, go ahead and put those in the comments and we will look into those before we decide on our next funnel. All right, let's go ahead and get started. As I mentioned, this is the 5th page in the funnel. What we did is we went through the landing page, the quiz. We did the congratulations page. Last video was the opt-in page, and once they enter their name, email address, and phone number and click submit, it takes you to this page. Like I said, it's a very simple thank you page. Congratulations, basically thanking them for the interest and that you'll be in contact within 48 hours. And also there's a Facebook and Twitter, depending on what your social presence is. They can mention that and follow you, and it's a nice way to get followers. You can also, another option, instead of sending them to this page, you can always send them to either your blog, or you can send them to another offer, which a lot of people end up doing, and then they'll get a thank you email from you, from your autoresponder. So there's a number of ways that you can go around a thank you page. We're just keeping it simple for this example and creating this type of thank you page. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and jump over to ClickFunnels editor and show you how we made this. And then also, as I mentioned, we have some cleanup work to do in some of the other pages now that we have all 5 pages built. All right, so let me jump over. We are now in the ClickFunnels editor. As we showed in the last couple of videos, this is the screen that you'll get for your specific dental funnel. We have all 5 pages now listed. We covered this in video 1, video 2, video 3, and video 4, and now we're on video 5 for the thank you page. As I mentioned previously, I skipped over some of the repetitive steps. For example, creating a brand new page, creating the header and the footer. I did all that so we can go ahead and jump right into building this page and getting this funnel built out and finished. So once we click on the editor, we'll see the header and the footer that we had before. And this page is a 1-section page. It's a very, very simple page. So we'll go ahead and create a new section, full width, and then we'll go ahead and add 1 column. And lastly, we'll go ahead and start adding the elements. First element is a header. Again, just saying thank you very loud, and we're going to put a little fancy. I don't know if you remember the font that we used on the first page, called Dancing Script. gives it a little nicer. As I mentioned then, I don't always like to use a cursive style font, but it works in this situation. Adds a little nice pop factor. We're going to bump the size up to 96 and change the color to the one that we've been using, the orange we've been using the whole time. And there's that. So under the thank you, we'll want to let them know that we'll be in contact in 24-48 hours. So as I mentioned in previous videos, I do have a second screen here that has the funnel already built out because we always play with it before we do these videos. So I'm just copying and pasting to save some time. And this is the next section. It's not capitals, but we want to do a little bit of editing with this, or I should say a little text editing. We want to first of all make the font 26. The text, the plain text color, we're going to stay as black. The bold, we're going to use that orange. Again, to make our name of our fictitious company stand out a little bit more. And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to go, this is our fictitious company, it's Dental Fun. We're going to bold that, which makes it the different color, and then we're also going to underline it so it pops out a little bit more. And we're also going to, you see how this extends quite a bit. In pages like this, I like to squeeze the margins a little bit so it's a little fuller of a text. So I'm going to go into the row settings. And the bottom one here, the side margins, we're going to go ahead and bring those in. You see how it squeezes the text a little bit. And there you go. And we have 2 more elements to add, then we're all done with this. I'm going to add one more subheadline, and this is basically follow us on Facebook and Twitter. I probably could have just copied that, but that's alright. I could have copied or cloned this one to save a little bit of time. That's okay, but the last one we're going to do is add another element, and we're going to scroll down all the way to the bottom and see the social share. Click on that. It gives you very small icons. We can make these icons a little bit bigger. I do wish that they would go ahead and add an even bigger option. We're going to use the biggest option in here. It stands out, but it doesn't stand out as much as I would like. You can do any of these in here. Center aligned, and then the settings. What you're going to want to do is the share URL, which is essentially, it can be either your blog website or it can be the landing page on this. Essentially that they're going to share it out and let other people know about it. They'll click on the landing page and go through this funnel also. So I'd probably recommend doing the landing page of this funnel. That's the very first page that we did with this. And I'll show you that URL. And whatever text you want to put in here for if they tweet out a share, basically you can always put in get your free dental implant consultation. You can put that in there ahead of time and then put your Twitter URL in here. All right. And what this does is, I guess I should say, share. It's not necessarily a follow. They're sharing out that they like your funnel and the free consultation that you offer, essentially your offer. And that is it for this last page. It's pretty straightforward. It's pretty simple. One thing that you could do just to make things a little different is change the background color to this. Just add a little bit of shade to it so it's a little bit different than the rest of it. Wow, that's a little too much shade. There you go, just a little bit of a tint so it kind of divides it from the rest. You can also do something like this where you add more of a gap there, and then on the bottom here increase this margin to add a gap there. Just splits that up a whole lot more than what it is currently. Always save. And that is the last page of your funnel. All right. So what we're going to do is we still have a few minor steps to go through to make sure that this is 100% before we go and publish it. So the one thing that we want to do, I don't know if you remember from the last two videos, from the quiz video and from the opt-in video, there is a URL that we needed to put in there. You can get that URL right from the top here. So for the opt-in page, we needed the URL from the thank you page. So we're clicked on the thank you page now, and it shows the URL at the top here. Copy that, go back into the opt-in page, and click edit. And then remember we wanted to go to general, and this here, on submit, go to, and we'll go ahead and copy and paste that URL in there. Hit save. So now whenever they put their information in, they click submit, it directs them to that thank you page that we just created. And there's one other place that we need to do that. And if we go back to the list of pages, in the quiz at the end, I don't know if you remembered the next steps, one of them was a URL. So we need the congratulations page URL. Click on that. Click on this, copy, and then go back into the quiz page. Edit the page. In the quiz, go to their settings, edit survey options, and the outcomes is where you want to put it in here. And then the default outcomes. Remember how we just left this optional? 99% of the time it's going to take you to the next page, but sometimes, you know, get goofs a little bit, so it's nice to actually have that in there too, just as a reassurance. And there you go. Now you have a solid funnel that's going to go all the way through. And what I recommend before you publish for the last time is you go to this first page, this is the landing page, and you click on it and test it. Go through the whole funnel, make sure it goes where you want it to go, test all the different options. Scroll down, make sure things look the way you think they should look. Sometimes go through it multiple times by clicking on different buttons. Enter the information, which I'm not going to do here, and then hit submit. And once you hit submit, make sure this goes to the thank you page, and then check your autoresponder to make sure that the contact information that you submitted goes there. And if you have an autoresponder email sequence set up, make sure that that email is going to the email address. So these are the main things. Once everything works out the way it should, you can go ahead and publish and go ahead and start getting leads, clients, and hopefully some sales out of this. All right, we hope you enjoyed this. Thank you very much for sticking with us for this 5-part series. Again, I'm going to say it one last time, the full 5-page funnel is in the description below. Please like and subscribe and hit that little bell button to notify you of any future builds that we do. I want to thank you all so much for your time sitting with us. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, everyone.